I'm just about to share with you one of my most favorite spells, the PERTRIFICUS SACCHARO spell. We are going to have to get some heat and a pot. So I'm going to switch this on high. To this, we're going to have to add our Saccaro. We're going to put in some sugar. And to the sugar, very carefully measured out, I've got 60 milliliters of water. And then I am going to add in 30 milliliters of vinegar. And lastly, something that's going to make it even sweeter, I am going to put in some golden syrup. Again, we're going to put in about 30 milliliters of our golden syrup. And we're now going to have to just let this cook. We're going to let this cook until it becomes the temperature of a volcano. And when a volcano erupts and the lava dries, we say it's petrified. So that's what we're going to do. This time, my magic wand is going to be a wooden wand. I'm just going to give that a stir. And just like volcanoes, it's going to take a little time for the temperature to rise up to a point where we can get it to become petrified. And whether you are a witch or a chef, there are lots of instruments that we can use that help us figure out temperatures. And this little device here, it's a thermometer, will allow me to measure up to temperatures of 200 degrees Celsius, twice the boiling point of water. That's my sugar thermometer. I haven't added all of my ingredients to here yet. One of the other ingredients that I'm going to need to add into here is some baking soda. So I've got some baking soda here, and I'm going to put it into a funnel, and that's going to allow me to very carefully put the baking soda into a balloon. There we go. Very carefully remove that. And then I have some vinegar. Remember, we've put some vinegar into there, and very carefully I'm going to place the balloon over the neck of my vinegar. Just to prove to you that it is vinegar, I have some of my polyjuice. We've got the purple turning into red. I'm going to place this on the surface, using a pulling force, open the neck of the balloon, and I'm going to place it over here. And of course, this could be another spell. It could be the expandio spell. So abracadabra, alakazam, a balloon, expandio. Oh my goodness. And we've got this gas being formed. And the balloon is blown up. Look, it's like a volcano inside the bottle. Oh, I've got to be careful here. Got to be careful here. And remember, this gas is carbon dioxide gas. When we mix vinegar with sodium hydrogen carbonate, that carbonate section of our bicarbonate of soda is released as this gas, carbon dioxide. And they've mixed together, and it's now been neutralized. When this gets to the magical temperature, I'm going to put in some baking soda, and just like the lava of a volcano, it's going to erupt, and then we're going to pour it onto a tray where petrification is going to take place. And then I'm going to be able to eat it. Oh, yummy, yum. Now, we get this experiment happening with lots of different chemicals. Inside this tablet, I've got citric acid and sodium hydrogen carbonate. That is my baking soda. Let's give that a quick stir. We're very close. When I place this into some water, it effervesces. We're going to get these carbon dioxide bubbles moving through the liquid. We've now got to the temperature that I'm going to need for my honeycomb. I'm going to switch that off. I'm going to pour in my baking soda. Woo! It's going to give me an amazing reaction. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to stir really fast, because I don't want any of that baking soda being in my honeycomb. Here we go. Wow. Wow, that looks, look at this. Amazing. It's as hot as a volcano. Back again, pot washed, honeycomb moved to the side, and I've set up another little demonstration. We made the carbon dioxide in the balloon. So let's carefully pull the balloon away. And what I want to do is I want to see if I can store this gas in a container. So I'm going to use my teapot. I've emptied the teapot, and let's see if I can put it into my teapot. I'm going to very slowly and very carefully release the gas into the pot. I don't want to release it fast, because the gas will leave at such speed it will go into the teapot and leave the teapot. I want for this invisible gas to stay there. And there's only one way we will find out it does. Very slowly, very carefully, patience. Scientists have to have lots of patience. Ooh, that's a noise which is like. I'm going to put the lid onto my teapot. And I want you to watch this candle here. Did you see that? Let's do that again. This time, let's think of a spell. Expelliarmus. And it goes out. As you saw, we could capture the carbon dioxide, and clever engineers change in pressure and temperature, turn it into a solid. The volume of the gas gets smaller and smaller, but so does its temperature. This is minus 78 degrees. Wow. It's so cold, we end up having the water vapor in the air turning into a cloud. And with the carbon dioxide gas, which is heavy, we can now get that cloud to move down an alleyway. Woo! I'm swimming in a cloud. I'm swimming in a cloud. I want to do that one again. Carbon dioxide gas is a very heavy gas. It's slightly acidic, and these properties were found out by a scientist called Joseph Black, whose daddy was from Ireland. Here we go. Ooh. When you're next in school or at work, look for those red containers, the fire extinguishers, and some of them will have this gas, carbon dioxide. Now it's time for the Glacius spell, the very cold spell. So we made our toffee and we've bubbled it up using chemistry of vinegar and baking soda. This time we're going to see if we can get really, really cold temperatures. And if we can get really cold temperatures, we can then make some ice cream. There are two types of ice cream I can make today. The first one is going to be vanilla. I need some milk. I need some vanilla flavoring. I need some sugar. Oh, everybody, I am being such a bad scientist here. Did you see any measuring taking place there? No, siree. The last thing I need is some cream. Air is a good heat insulator, so we need to remove as much air from the bag as possible. The second flavor is much easier. We just need to add milk, a little bit of cream if you like it creamy, and some Nesquik. My favorite flavor of Nesquik is chocolate. Chocolate's going everywhere. And again, what should I be doing here? Measuring. So maybe put in 2 or 3 teaspoons. If it's not chocolatey enough, then in the next one, you can add more. Don't need to add any sugar this time because there's sugar in Nesquik. We've got to make sure that seal is tight. So I'm going to turn it upside down. Great, there's no leaks. I'm going to put that one in there. Again, I've got to make sure this seal is tight. Hold it upside down. Great. Because into the ice, we're going to add some salt. So the temperature of melting ice is 0 degrees. In our freezer, we can go down to minus 18 degrees. But can you see a freezer here? No. So we can't make ice cream normally without a freezer. So we're going to do a magic spell. And this is the Glacius spell, and this is the chemical that I need. So, Glacius, that goes in. And Glacius, and that goes in. Salt isn't very tasty. We now need to put a lid on, play a little bit of salsa music, and we are going, my goodness, already this is very cold outside. So when we do this, we can wear woolen gloves or we can have some tissue. So let's see what temperature we have. Minus 16 degrees. Oh my goodness. Let's see then how long it's going to take for us to make our ice cream. Walk aboard. I want you to dance along to the music while I do the shaking. Let's go. I just want to see what's happening here. I still have milk, no solid material, so I'm going to have to carry on shaking. Get ready to dance again. Here we go. I'm just going to stop there for a minute. And I want you to see that this is still frozen. The temperature is still minus 16. wintertime, have you noticed that the council workers will put salt on the road, or even mummies and daddies may put salt on your pathways? And the reason for this is salty water freezes at around -16 degrees. Now what we had going on here is we had the temperature of the air inside and the temperature of the milk. When we put that into the container, they're quite warm, so they will start to melt the ice. As soon as it melts the ice, the salt dissolves. Now we need energy to pull the salt apart. It's taking that energy out of the system, and therefore the temperature goes smaller and smaller and smaller. Unfortunately for us, we say melting ice is 0. So if we have anything colder, it gives us a negative number, which sometimes confuses our head. Basically, all we're doing is removing energy from the system. And the more energy we remove from the system, the colder it gets. So we ended up with another Irish scientist called Kelvin. And Kelvin decided that he would have his 0 when there was no energy. No more energy could be removed. Everything is stationary. No movement of the atoms, no movement of the electrons. Everything is 0. I've been shaking that now for a couple of minutes. So what I want to do before I open this up, I want to prepare my honeycomb. Unfortunately, I let it heat up a little bit too much, and some of the parts are burned. I also didn't stir enough, so there's little bits of baking soda. But it still tastes quite good. This is the best bit. Breaking it all up. Oh, look at this. We've got our honeycomb. We're going to test our ice cream in a minute. But I also want to share with you, once we've made our ice cream, we can eat it straight from the bag, or we can put it into a cone. So I've got my oyster shell here. Let me sprinkle some of my honeycomb into there. Oh, lovely. Now, let's check on the ice cream. So first of all, let's check on the chocolate ice cream. So roll the bag back carefully. We don't want any salt to go into our ice cream. Hang on a minute. Oh, that's so good. I've not heard of Pooh Bear chocolate ice cream, but we're going to put some of our ice cream there. Oh, now it's time for the vanilla ice cream. Oh, that looks a bit salty there. Let's wipe that down. Let's open the bag up. Let's try it first. Oh my goodness, that is good. Now, if you can't tell me that science is magic after making honeycomb and ice cream indoors without a freezer, I don't know what. It's UCD Festival. I'm Scientific Sue. I'm now going to say goodbye. because I've got this baby to eat. Bye! Oh, boys and girls, it's just delicious. I've made such a mess. Bye!